Good afternoon, everybody, and welcome. It is Saturday afternoon, my friends. I'm getting a little bit later start than I normally would, but it is what it is. What can I say? I was playing some games. Actually, I was playing Rivertown Factory, and that game it's got me. I'm just recording that, and the game just has me. It just has me in its clutches and won't let me go. Just can't help it. But yeah, everything is going good with me so far. And we've got, hope everything's doing well with you guys, and I hope you're all having a good weekend so far, and restful, hopefully, who knows, whatever, and all that good stuff. So I was playing around a little bit with Eclipse here, and I think I discovered what's going on, and it's definitely a bug with Eclipse. It's a visual bug, and that's why I'm so frustrated, because it was like, if I go and look at the properties here, you'll see that maybe dependencies is back down under class path, but it's not really. It's actually still on the module path. It's just there's some sort of visual bug where it's continuing to put it as the class path or show it as the class path when it's actually been moved to the module path. Now, when it came to running the launcher, and here's how I know this, because when it comes to running the launcher, under my run configurations here, this is what it looks like. It says it's Maven dependencies, class path entries, and all that stuff. And I was running it, and it was failing. It couldn't find the modules. So I deleted the configuration, the launch configuration, and recreated it. And once I did that, this had popped back up under module entries. Now it's back down here again, because again, there's a visual defect that is just really effing annoying. And now I'm able to run the app from or launch it from Eclipse, where it was failing before. That's the thing that was just absolutely driving me up a wall. Now that I understand that there's some sort of visual glitch here, now I can kind of work around it. But yeah, it was just absolutely pissing me off. And I just kind of figured that out. I was just playing around with it. I was like, let me just try something. And turns out that's what that was. Now the one thing here is I'm giving it this directory, which is not the right directory. What I'm thinking, I'm trying to make it so that development here is relatively straightforward, but I also wanted to make it so that not only is development straightforward, but also when I go to build it, things are pulled in correctly. Now, I think, if I remember correctly, if I look at the POM file here, so I have a copy war file, which is going to go grab the war file from the the local, I should say, Maven repository. So you have to. So there's an assumption that you've gone through the Magenta Breeze War thing and run Maven clean install on that thing. Install it into your local, and then it will pull whatever version I want here locally. Now it's doing that only when this dev.txt exists, which it does for me. And it's doing it during the package phase. So that's all good. All I gotta do is point at this under the dist directory, and I know that I have the relatively new war whenever I run a build. There's no guarantee. I mean, I just have to remember when I make changes to actually do a Maven clean install, or just a Maven install really, and just get them into install the war file into the local M2 repository directory, so I can find it here, which is great and fantastic. There was another thing that I was concerned about, which is we know in the war file we know that we have for the app to launch, I have an API keys encrypted file, and those are the API keys for this system to use when communicating with Twitch and eventually YouTube and others, right? And I went through great pains to make sure that it's not checked into the repository, which is good. And it's something that will exist in a encrypted file format. And I try not to keep those keys in memory either. I just use them when I need them, and then close the file again. It's not to say they're obviously in memory at some point. So, you know, it might be a moot point that I'm not keeping them around in memory, but I try not to use them outside the scope of the method that I'm in, basically. So at least do that. And also that file, the encryption key is random, and it rotates on its own every time you start the app up. So hopefully all of that will, because that was the other thing, is like, you know, it's going to have a particular encryption key when you first download the war file, because obviously it's in there. And so I just wanted to make sure that I was not the weakest link in the chain. Because it'll be whatever I generated, or really whatever was generated when the build was run under in the GitHub Actions. So to ensure that gets changed as soon as the app starts up, it loads in that file, re-encrypts it, and then puts it on disk. So essentially everyone downloading the war file will have a different encryption on that file as soon as they launch the app, which I think is at least obviously we're talking about implicit flow here for OAuth, which means there is no way for me to stop users from being able to see API keys and stuff, because it's running on their machine. They have access over their full machine, all that stuff. But all this kind of just comes into, like, I can make it as much of a pain in the ass as possible. You know, just try to make it as much of a pain in the ass as I can, and just, you know, it's not going to stop those devoted to finding it, but it will at least discourage a few probably along the way, and that's about the best I can hope for, I think, when it comes to that. But then there comes the issue of, we do have like a chicken and egg thing where I need that API keys file to exist in order to launch the app successfully. And what I was going back and forth on was, where does that exist? And I I kept thinking to myself, well, I need to bring it in to the, to the launcher program, so the launcher can put it in a directory, and it's all there and ready to go. And then I know what directory to look for it in and all that stuff. And that just kind of dawned on me, and I don't know why this didn't dawn on me earlier, but I could just basically include it in the WAR file. Because again, as soon as the app starts up, it will see the file and re-encrypt it. So it makes a certain amount of sense, I guess, to keep that just packaged in the WAR file itself. Then that way the launcher doesn't have to think about it at all. And the web app really doesn't have to think about it too much either, because the web app can just expect to have that file already there in its class path, because once the WAR file is expanded out, it will be in the correct directory and all that stuff. So I think I'm sticking with that path. Again, it means that I'm not like, someone just downloads the WAR file, extracts that out, and then they've got an encrypted file there where they can figure out what the key is and, try to brute force their way into it and all that stuff. But it's the best I can come up with without having all that stuff on a central server somewhere that I control, right? I mean, that's really the only way to have more perfect security around that, is to, not perfect, but more to have better security around it, is to just be the one controlling the server that it sits on. And since that's not the case right now, it might be a case later on if I want to do web hooks and stuff. There might be a central server later on, but for now, we'll have to go with what we've got. And this is an age-old problem too. This is something that, every desktop application has to face at some point in time. And if you want to be truly a desktop application that doesn't have to call home for stuff, well, that's the breaks of the game. All right. So that's where we're at with that right now. And I thought about, like, maybe if I put it in the system keychain and stuff like that, but since we're dealing with different platforms, different keychains, they all have their own mechanisms, and I'm not sure. I mean, it's something I probably should look into at some point in the future, but I'm not sure if there's a unified mechanism for me to do that in Java that would work cross-platform. There might have to be differences based on what platform you're on and stuff like that. I don't know. I don't even know if I have access to it on some platforms. And as far as I'm aware, there is no such keychain or key store thing on Linux either, because there's so many different, you have different window managers and all that stuff. So I don't know. I'm not going to worry about it at this point. I've created my own solution that should work, hopefully, and we'll see. We'll see how it goes. So, long story short there, I'm going to leave that API key file, that encrypted file, in the WAR file. It'll still be something that is generated from the API key file that the devs have on their machine, which is not something that's checked into source control at all. So it can be different depending on who builds it and runs with it, which is great and fine. I thought about even potentially providing a means in the application, like a settings page, where you could go in and supply your own dev keys if you wanted to. I don't know if that doesn't make sense for the typical user, but there might be a few streamers out there who want to the reason I say that is because every API has some kind of traffic limits, right? YouTube especially. And if I give you a means to save your own API dev keys in there, then basically you no longer have to worry about those limits per se, because you're no longer sharing those API throttling limits with hundreds or thousands of other users. You're just using it for yourself. I'm not opposed to doing that, because there is a way I could do it where you could just provide your own key for one or both, and if I see them there, I'll use those. If I don't, I'll use the defaults, that would definitely be like an advanced setting thing. But I think it would be a good thing. I really do, because I think it would. One of the things that I see is a big problem, especially with the YouTube side of things, and we see this with Kester Labs, Caffeinated, and everything, is the API. As you use the YouTube API, you incur API credits. They give you, I forget how many credits it is, but every time you make a call, depending on the complexity of the call, they deduct a certain number of credits. And then over time, your credits build back up again. I think you get I think every 24 hours you get like a bucket of credits or something. Or your credits increase again. I forget exactly what it is. I'll have to read up on it. But as Kester Labs has found, if your bot gets even reasonably popular, you very quickly run out of those API credits, and then everyone across your app can no longer communicate with YouTube. Right, because you essentially have a YouTube outage at that point, because you've hit your limits, and now YouTube, every time an API call is made, YouTube is just saying buzz off, instead of actually giving you results back. That is something I shouldn't be concerned about right now, but I am, and I figure, if I'm going to do something regarding that, it wouldn't hurt to at least think about it now and plan for it now, rather than trying to retrofit something later. So, now when the app isn't as big, I can make fundamental things like that work. So that's kind of my thought on that. It is something I think I want to do pretty soon, but I want to get the YouTube integration done first, and then I want to try the combined chat stuff, and then I can start thinking about more esoteric things like that. Also, OBS 32 just released. I just updated my OBS. They do say that in an upcoming release of OBS, their certificates are changing, which makes sense, because they, every couple of years you got to renew your certs. Which is good. So they're already warning anti-cheat vendors ahead of time, hey, OBS stuff is, certificates are changing. Update your anti-cheat detection software. So that's going to be interesting once, if there's some anti-cheat software out there, like Easy Anti-Cheat or something like that, that doesn't get the message, and then suddenly people using OBS are getting banned from multiplayer games. That's going to be a whole barrel of laughs. But what can you say? This is the world we live in. Too many cheaters and not enough protections against them, I guess. I mean, I understand the concept behind it. Like, they want to make sure that there's only certain things running on your machine. You're not manipulating memory and stuff like that, but at the same time, I gotta wonder if that's not a failure of your game's design. Right? I mean, it's a hard one. It's a hard one to pin down, because if I think about it from the terms of a web app, right? Like, pretty much anybody can just open up dev tools in the browser and manipulate your HTML form and submit it with any data they want. And it's up to you on the server side of things to make sure that the request that's coming in makes some semblance of sense, but there are limits to that, right? I mean, there's some things that you just can't protect against. And I suppose the same thing is true with games, but at the same time, I don't know. It feels like there's a piece missing there. It feels like if you've designed your game with multiplayer in mind from the very beginning, well, and I guess that's where the problem lies, is that I guess most devs are using off-the-shelf engines like Unreal, which support multiplayer stuff, but they're so generic that they can't really do a whole lot. Like, they can't, the things that you would take for granted, like the validations and stuff happening on the server, they can't necessarily do out of the box, because there's no real generic way to do that, I would think, because that's really comes down to how your game works. So I just find it strange. I just find it strange that there's not. I suppose if you're building your own engine at that point, then the onus is on you to do it, to have multiplayer in mind from the very get-go, and to validate everything. Nothing is true until the server says it's true, that kind of thing. Which it means there's a lot more, and I guess that's the other shoe, right, that drops, is that it means there's a lot more processing happening on your server, which means you need beefier servers, theoretically, which is quite costly. Whereas if you offload as much as you possibly can to the client and then just periodically check them, you're also not affected by necessarily by terrible internet conditions and a bad ping and all that stuff. Yeah, it's a weird one. It's a weird one. I mean, that's why they're pushing the anti-cheat stuff so heavily down the pipeline there, is they just would rather not do that kind of validation on the server side, because they'd have to spend more money on hardware and stuff to keep it rolling. I don't know. It's feels like there's no winners in that particular scenario. Anyway, I'm off on a tangent as I usually go. I am really surprised though. So I was reading a little bit more about the J packager and stuff, or package, J package, and my first suspicion was correct in that I could just throw all those files into one directory, and J package would just figure it out because all the files have different names. But that said, that's not how J packager is set up. So I'm using the power of J packager to separate them into different operating system directories, the files and stuff. But didn't look like that anything was getting applied. I'll have to track that down at some point. I'm not really keen on tracking that down right now, because it's, in the grand scheme of things, a relatively minor issue. It's something that has to be fixed, but it's something that can wait, because I really need the basics to be working. I need the foundations to be working, and then I can worry about, polishing and painting the walls and all that stuff. So now that I've kind of come to the conclusion that I'm going to keep all that other stuff in the war file that needs to be there, and I'll change Maven, the Maven war packager, to make sure that resource file is packaged in and put in the class path, and then I don't have to, I can just assume that's going to be on the class path when I need it, and call it a day there. So now we have that in place. The challenge now is to get, where's bottles at? The challenge now is to figure out what the UI is going to be. And it's going to be for the launcher. And I am pretty much in the camp of making it as dirt simple as I can. Because I don't think it needs to be too flashy. At least even right now it doesn't need to be too flashy. So I'm thinking that so let me see if I can get a application window. Oh, there's just an icon. That's not what I'm looking for. Here it is. Okay. So what are we doing? 800 by 600. Close enough. Close enough there. So we have our window here. I'm going to put a menu bar in there. Top as you do, as one does. And I think, what would I have in the menu bar? Probably file, do I have, would there be any like settings or anything? Maybe. So maybe settings and help. Probably something like that. two together. Alright, good. And I want to see, one of the things I want to test is whether I can put like a console like window in there. It won't be a true console, it'll just be showing the contents of the log file. And it probably can. Probably just be like a text area thing. So we have that, but then we also have, so I guess it'd be kind of a text area like this. Maybe. Like that, and then down the bottom, I guess I would have just a button. So probably have like a gray area there or something, maybe. I guess I could make the whole background of it gray or something. I don't know. I guess it doesn't ultimately matter, probably. So I'd have like a button. This would be a stop server. And we'll say I need a note here. Stop server button toggles to start server. So as you click that, it'll be stop, start, stop, start. And then I guess the other button, which will eventually come, will be a copy that. There it is. I guess this would be eventually a download new version. Maybe something like that. I don't know what else I would worry about there. An add button would only be there if there was a new version to download, and I'm not worried about the logistics of that just yet. Is that true? Oh, I should probably have I wonder if I can do that. I should probably have an open browser thing. I imagine I could do that. I don't know. I know you could do it in JavaFX. I don't know if it works in Swing. I would think it would work in Swing. But I can do this down here. I could say why is that having so much trouble pasting? I don't know why. Browser. And say that there. So let me just see if that is Java Swing launch web browser. Web Swing is a web server that allows you to run any Java Swing application inside your web browser using only pure HTML5. Let me guess, it's just using, it's probably using the applet stuff. That's not what I'm looking for. Launching a browser through a Swing application. Not this one. JEditor pane. Are you gonna open up or what? Is Code Ranch down? What's going on here? What is going on? It ain't working. That's for sure. Either they're down or they are slow. About this one. Before Java 6, there was no built-in way to launch a user's default browsers. Okay. If code uses the desktop library introduced in Java 6, so it will not work with Java 5. Yeah. Designed to work on Java 5, will attempt to use the desktop library for Java 6, but fall back to system calls if the library is unavailable. Oh, this is for... Oh, they did a backwards thing for Java 5? I don't care about that. Java 5 is... I was doing Java 5 15 years ago. Okay, so it's just... Java AWT test desktop get desktop dot browse and then the URL. Okay, we can test this out. Test this out right now. See how it works. So where's my launcher? View. So first of all, I need a content pane. Also, would be a way. Let me see here. Java Swing. Show log file in component. Java Swing, here we go. JFrame in the class last week had a file displayed in the JText area. Create a wrapper that updates your JText area. Create a text pane for you as well as put them on. Okay. As you log data, you can always update a text of J text area with append. Okay. So it'll be like, so it'll be a J text area, which I figured. I just have to read the logging stuff in. I wonder if there's a way to. I wonder if there's a way to hook select for J. So instead of having the log file open, I can just hook it as it's getting written. I've never tried that before. So I have no idea. Documentation. How to use it. Because that would be ideal if I could do that. Libraries. Diagnostic contexts. Keep adding pairs, insert into log messages. Yeah, I know what that is. Hook. Select for J to grab logs. Log messages. Intercept log messages I saw for J. It's the logging facade now. I'd like to intercept all the error messages before the transfer is handed out to the underlying logging system. There's the implementation to achieve this, but we could use it at the facade level itself. Filter, like turbo filter. So I guess it would be logback doing it. Filter. As long as the heart has been presented based on internal logic, allowing them to be assembled or chained together, compose filtering policy. Extend the filter. I don't really, so I'm not trying to filter the logs. I'm just trying to I guess I could make an appender. Just configure that. It would just be like a memory appender. Yeah, most of the methods in appender interface are setters and getters. To append X type of E. For outputting logging events, however, they may delegate the actual formatting to a layout or to an encoder object. This layout encoder is associated with one and only one appender. Some appenders have built-in or fixed event formats. Implementation of the do append method is synchronize. There's no way to specify a target output stream object. This does not mean... Output stream appender is a superclass of 3 other appenders. Console, file appender, and rolling file appender. Okay. Appender, rolling file appender is what I use. What most people use, I would imagine. I wonder if they have a if they're the only appenders. Socket appender, and I don't want that. That's where we got had some problems there. I wonder if there's like a memory appender. Or I guess just output stream appender would be enough, right? Like if I just extend output stream appender. Async appender. Async appender allows logging events asynchronously and acts solely as an event dispatcher and must therefore reference another appender in order to do anything useful. Oh, okay. Okay. Writing your own appender. Use or write your own appender by subclassing appender base. It handles support for filters, status messages, other functionality shared by most appenders. It only needs to implement one method. Appends a limited number of incoming events on the console. It shuts down after the limit is reached. Uses a pattern layout encoder to format the events and accepts a parameter name limit. Okay. So, what does this do? Start. Append iLogging event. Oof. This encoder do encode events. Pattern layout encoder. Appender base to append methods. Append method of its derived classes. The append method. Doing code event. I'll put the events as formatted by our layout. Where is it? I mean, it says the console, but I don't see where it's telling it to go on the console unless that's just the default of the doing code on the pattern layout encoder. What is the, so the logback XML? Yeah, pattern layout encoder just tells you what pattern to write, which is fine. There's nothing here that says, other than the name of the class, there's nothing that says do the console, does it? This encoder, do encode event. Again, unless that's the default of just calling do encode. Oh, here it's different here. Counting console appender. Here it's saying this layout do layouts. And then it's doing a system out print. That makes more sense. Okay. Yeah, that makes a lot more sense. So if I did that, if I just made an appender, then I could configure that appender in the logback XML. The only trick there is my appender's not going to be started right away. So we'll probably get like a warning at the beginning, but then hopefully it'll then detect that it started. Maybe. We'll see. That's gonna be the weird one, because that's the only thing I don't necessarily have control over, per se, is the order in which things start up there. Let's see if I can open this without it exploding on me. Let's see if it's possible. Go real slow. Come on. There we go. Did it. I did it. For a change. How much sugar's in this? I am curious. Low calorie. Not a significant source of saturated fat, trans fat, cholesterol, dietary fiber, total sugars, added sugars, calcium, vitamin D, iron, and potassium. Okay. Doesn't mean there's nothing in there. It just means it's not a significant source. Ah, sucralose. Right. Sucralose is the if I remember correctly, that's the fake sugar that apparently your body can't process, so it just doesn't, it just passes right through you, apparently. I mean, you know, at least for now, and then I guess in 10 years they'll do some repeatable research on it and find it's gave everybody cancer or something. You know, who knows? Anyway, off topic. So I want to do this. I want to have a J. I have a J text area, which means I got to put a layout in there. There's different layouts. I guess what would be the best? What would be the best layout to put there? I only need the basics. There was one that was like, I'm trying to think of the old swing layouts. There's one that was like, you could put things north, south, east, and west. I think. I forget what that one's called. Swing, Java swing layouts. Layout managers. Here. Yeah, border layout. I think it was border layout. Box layout, code layout, or card layout. Flow layout is, I think, the default, which is just everything just flows. Grid layout. Maybe it's that one. None of the pictures are working. Great. Align components by placing them within a grid of cells, allowing components to span more than one cell. Representing grid can have different heights, and grid columns have different widths. How to use grid. Bag layouts. That's a different one, but alright. Bag layouts. That's what it was, Java Web Start. I bet that other thing that I saw was basically a new implementation of Java Web Start. Bag layout demo. What does it look like? Wow, nothing exists anymore. Grid bag constraints. Grid width, grid height. Fill, incense. Excuse me. That might be more than I need. I think it's spring layout. I think it's border layouts. Toolbars that are created using JToolbar must be created within a border layout container. If you want to be able to drag and drop the bars away from their starting positions. Okay. Use border layouts. Page start, page end, line start, line end, center. I think the best thing I'm going to have to do is just try them and see, because none of the pictures are here anymore. Border layout center. Frames content. Okay. So let's see here. let's manipulate some things. Frame. So say frame dot. Is it get, not get components? Get content pane. Content pane. Set layout. Border layout. That. All right, and then filter label. How do they add components again? Container pane, content pane. Content pane. Add, how do I specify? Oh, here we go. Constraints. Here's the layout using constraints. Okay. So I thought there would be more than that. So install directory label border layout dot north. Yeah. So we have that. And then we'll do J text area. Log area. Text area. I'm just going to give it some test text here. Log file goes here. Oops. What the hell? Must have hit F1. Log file goes here. Okay. And log text area, border layout dot center. And then J button. What's J toggle button? Implementation of two-state button, a J radio button and J checkbox classes or subclasses of this class. Buttons can be configured in some degree control. Swings on for serialize on J toggle button. So the J toggle button, what I want, or let me see. Toggle button. Buttons that can be toggled on and off as opposed to buttons like J button, which when pushed back pop back up. Toggle button where properties are taken from the actions supplied. Usually, unselect the toggle button with the specified image but no text. Specified image and selection state. Specified text and selection state. Usually unselected. Okay. Text and image. So I have a feeling this is what I want. Is it what I want? I guess not. Because I wanted to pop back up again. Right? Because this toggles. And it looks pressed. So yeah, that's probably not what I want. Alright. Never mind. I've convinced myself otherwise. So we'll just do a J button. Toggle server state button. Text and icon. We'll do text right now. I wonder how I can load the icon in. I mean, it's not important right now, but we'll just do text. And we'll say stop server. I need a pane here. All right, so I think there's like a J panel. Is it J panel? I think it's J panel. Action panel. And then layout manager, layout new, order, layout. Alright, and frame, get content pane, add action panel, order, oops. Layout.south. Go. And then these buttons will be inside the action panel. So this will be action panel. Add toggle server state button border layout dot west. And then J button. What was the other thing I said we probably want? Oh, open browser. Open browser button. button. Obviously, I'll internationalize these and stuff. Although that's going to be interesting because I'll have to load up my own message bundle and stuff because I don't have the benefits of Spring here. Still doable. I'll just have to do the manual loading of a message bundle and all that stuff. Not worried about that at the moment. Open browser button, action panel, add the browser button, border layouts, east. There we go. Cool. Obviously, I'll have to. None of these buttons are going to work yet. I have to register callbacks on them and all that fun stuff. But I'm just kind of getting things laid out right now so I can see them. Let's see what this looks like. Stop search. Open button. Oh. Open browser. Goofball. Goofball. All right. Sure. All right. Obviously, we have to fiddle with sizes and stuff, but so far so good. I need here's the menu. So that would be I think I can put multiple things as border layout north. I guess there's one way to find out. I don't remember. It's been so long. Things are sort of coming back to me a little bit, but we're thinking back 20 years now. J menu, menu, bar, J menu, that's the pop-up menu. Pop-up window containing J menu items. Yeah, I want menu bar and then menu items, right? Implementation of menu bar, add J menu objects to the menu bar to construct a menu. When the user selects a menu object, its associated J pop-up menu is displayed, allowing users to select one of the J menu items on it. So it's, yeah, I remember this being convoluted. So you have to do a J menu bar, which holds the full bar, then J menu items, which are sit inside the bar, and then the J menu objects have a J pop-up menu, which displays the pop-up menu below it, I think. So I believe that's how that goes. So menu bar, J menu bar, bar, J menu, file menu, J menu, file, J pop-up menu. File, exit, item, menu item, new J, pop-up menu, exit. Okay, so then file menu dot add. Menu item and then menu bar dot add file menu. And then frame get content pane add menu bar border layout. Ooh, border lay. Layouts. North. Let's just see how that looks. See if we can get two of them at the same time here in the north. No, I don't think it likes two of them there. Which kind of makes sense. So what I want to do is, so the outer content pane will be border layout, and then all the other stuff will be inside of its own pane. All the center stuff will be in its own pane, I think. So let's do this. So we'll just do J pane or J panel. I don't know why I keep calling it pane. J panel center panel. New J panel. New border layout. There. And then this will go into the center panel for log file. And actually this, I gotta make this up higher here. It should be up here. And then this will go into center panel. There we go. All right, and then center, oops, frame. Wait a minute, what am I doing? This should be center panel, add, and then this is install label. I'm all discombobulated here. Center panel, add log text area, and then frame content pane, add center panel. All right. So run this. There we go. Okay. What's interesting is it's not showing the pop-up. I think What's the other? There's another piece there. Do I have to implement the actual? Let me think. File menu. Yeah, I gotta look this up because it's been forever. Java swing J menu bar. Did I have an example in here? Oh, hey. One that actually has things at work. Let's use menus. They aren't placed with the other components in UI. A menu usually appears either a menu bar as a pop-up menu or as a pop-up menu. A menu bar contains one or more menus as customary. Component hierarchy. J menu item, J checkbox item, regular, okay. Separator is the menu separator stuff. Creating menus. Here we go. So menu bar, new J menu bar. New J menu, a menu. Set mnemonic. Oh, that's right. You can set hotkeys. Okay. Get accessible contexts. Oh, I wonder if they have. I wonder if Swing has built-in accessibility context stuff, and if I want to use that, or if I want to just load a. I feel like I just want to load a message bundle and call it a day, but we'll see. Group. So build the first menu. Menu bar. Add menu. Right. Group of menu items. Menu item, J menu item. Menu add menu item. Oh, that was added to the menu? Wait a minute. Menu bar, menu item. Oh, the J pop-up menu is just for the pop-up menus, right? The menu, because I was thinking to myself, it seems like there's an extra layer of indirection there. Menu item. J menu, a menu. The menu item was added to the menu directly. Add separator. Menu, so submenu, menu, add separator, submenu, new J menu. Oh, okay. So you do another J menu within how do they bring that back in? Submenu, add menu item. Oh, they added it right into the menu there as a sub. Okay. Right. All right. Yeah. So pop-up menu doesn't have. I don't know. They threw me off with that you'll need a pop-up menu. Pop-up menu is really for like the right-click menus, right? So it's really just J menu item. Right. And that goes on the file menu, which then goes there. So that should be correct now. Won't do anything, but should be correct now. Yes, file exit. Doesn't do anything yet because I don't have it wired up, but that's the gist. Okay. And I'll add some padding in here and stuff. I have everything just where it would be by default. I'm not worried about the look and feel at the moment. I'm worried about the functionality. Okay, so just for the sake of argument, let's do JMenu, settings menu, JMenu, settings, menu bar add settings menu, menu, help menu, new J menu, help, menu, J menu item, help about menu item, J menu item, about, menu add help about menu item, menu bar add help menu. Okay, that should all be correct there, right? File settings, help. File exit settings, help about. Good, got it, nailed it. All right, okay. We got the basics there. So, first thing I want to try is let's see if I can open the default system browser. So I would have to do let's see, open browser button dot was it a change listener? Component listener. I guess it's a change listener. It's probably a change listener. So new change listener. So I guess if e dot if change if e instance of I don't even know anymore. Like what? It's been so long. Java J button. Click event. Oh, action listener. The action perform method is used when a button is clicked normally. If you want to do some fancy interaction, you can use other events like mouse pressed and the mouse listener. Action listener. You can also use the lambda function. Add action listener. Okay. So let's do it as a lambda here. Open browser button dot add action listener. And I would do. So how did they do it? It was like get desktop. Was it? Java AWT desktop get desktop. So desktop get is desktop supported? Okay. If desktop is desktop supported, desktop dot get desktop dot browse, which is the default browser to display a URI. Okay, browse new URI. Just say HTTPS w or google.com. Okay, what does this throw? Try catch IOX. Oh, it's multiples. Try multi catch. Run a syntax exception. Okay. Logger error. Unable to launch browser. It's E1 there. Just make it E. Oh, I guess I already have an E somewhere. Do that. Oh, I'm using E for the. That's why I'm using E for this here. There we go. So you have that. Else monitor error. Java AWT desktop is not supported on this platform. Okay. All right, let's run that. Oop. Browse action is not supported on the current platform. Well, that's what I was checking for. I guess they're saying desktop is supported, but browse is not supported on the current platform. Well, damn. So how do I check if browse is supported? Let's see here. Let's say, and desktop dot. What does this return? Desktop. Okay, let's do this. Desktop. All right. Is supported. Okay, so if desktop that is supported dot action dot browse, then do that, else logger error browse not supported on this launching browser is not supported on this OS. Okay. All right, so then where's my log file at? Under logs there. Get logs. There it is. Launching browser is not supported on this OS. Okay. That's fine, but it also sucks. So let me see something here. Let's ask Copilot here. Is there a way for a Java Swing app, Swing desktop app to launch the user's default browser on the Linux platform? Yeah, it gave me the same spiel here. Code should work on a Linux platform as long as the desktop class and browse action are supported, and the default browser is correctly configured. This does not work on the Linux platform. Are there alternatives? Process builder class to execute a command line instruction. Open the browser. Okay. Okay. Just call it from the command line, forehead. Jesus H. Christ. Epiphany, Firefox, Mozilla, Conqueror, Netscape, Opera, Lynx. It was opening Lynx. Lynx is not even a GUI browser. It's a freaking text-based browser. Oh, goodness. Hey, Tech, welcome on in. I'm glad you're enjoying Arceum. I saw that they've had a couple patches, so they're pretty busy. I like how they're, for OS name, they're checking both Nix and Nux. As though someone calls their OS Linux. Or I guess it'd be Unix? No, Unix is IX. Don't know. Don't know. Oh, I guess no. No, that's true. Because Nix is Unix. But no, Linux is NI. Yeah, NIUX. Oh, yeah, okay. Alright. Never mind. My spelling is bad. So Mac is doing that, and then Mac is just calling open. And Windows is just calling run DLL 32 file protocol handler. That's funny. That's real funny. I wonder though. Builder. XGD open is a command that opens a file URL in the user's preferred application. URL is passed to open URL in the default browser. XGD open is available on the system. Is that true? Is XGD open a common thing? Because it sounds like it would be a common thing. Oh. So if I just do XGD open google.com. Yeah, XGD open is not found. Oh wait, was it XGD or XDG? XDG. That's okay. Wait a minute. XDG open. .com. Okay. I mean, that might be an option. That might be an option. All right, I am intrigued by what it is saying here. So that's not just calling it from the command line. Using Process Builder to open a default browser. Process Builder PB command. I mean, I can try it. I could try it. Open browser button. Okay. So if so is not supported. So I'll say let's see, process builder, new process builder. And it would be XDG open and then HTTPS google.com. Just doing this as a test more than anything else right now. We'll get it set up otherwise. pv.start. Try that. Process Builder is a specified operating system program and arguments. It's a convenience constructor. It sets Process Builder's command to a string list. Okay. Java line process builder. I've never heard of that before, but then again, I've never had to really launch command line things since I'm doing mostly web apps. All right, let's try that. Let's try that as a fallback. Run launcher. Okay, open browser. Boom. All right. All right, all right, all right. I like it. I like it. Ship it. Okay, cool. I mean, that's works for me. I mean, I know there's too many flavors of Linux to know for sure if that's actually going to work all the time, but at least it's something. You know, it's probably, and it probably only works. I bet it only works. You just see something, man. XDG open. It's not recommended to use it as roots. Yeah, I suspect it's part of X Windows. Because they have an example that goes to freedesktop.org there. I wonder if there's I wonder if it's the same command in like Wayland. Let me just see something here. Wayland. XDG utils get stuck with no output on Wayland. Arch Linux. XDG open not working on NixOS. Alright, well, that was 10 months ago. Potentially it doesn't work on NixOS, and then Arch Linux XDG utils get stuck with no output on Wayland. Shell script. Alright. A lot of people aren't very helpful. I'm finding here. Open links from the terminal, copying that command. It works okay. Yeah. At least I know I'm not the only one doing it, because it's like, it seems like this guy's trying to get like links in Discord and stuff to work. So if Discord and stuff are using that to launch browser links, then I'm at the very least, I'm in good company anyway. What is the alternative to XDG open? You can also replace XDG open script with Jaro if you know what you're doing. What the hell is Jaro? Ismer Jaro, highly customizable XDG open alternative. Okay. It's just, oh, Jaro, just another resource opener. Okay. It uses a configuration file to determine which application should be used to open a file. I'm sorry, some of these libraries, especially for Linux, are just like, when you find out what they stand for, it just makes your eyes roll back into your head. Like, yeah, okay. All right there. Slow your roll. GNU wannabe. Uses a configuration file to determine which application should be used to open a file. Configuration file is usually a scheme file. You don't need to know scheme. Okay. End feature configuration. Pattern. Okay, interesting. Is anyone actually using it, though, is the question. I mean, I had a check-in yesterday, so it's popular. At least being coded. GPL 3.0 license. So I wonder if it's actually used by anything. There are other things called that Linux. Oh man, Jaro, I got that in there. Jaro Mail. So many things are called Jaro. Jaro Command Linux. Oh, that's right. Jaro is what Java Winkler, you can use that to determine the similarity between two strings. They really, in their quest to be cute, they named their library a thing that is very, very popular for other things, which is pretty funny. Yeah, the Java Winkler distance is a similarity index. Tells you similarity between two strings. So they have Farmville and Farmville here, 8 matching characters, and blah blah blah. Then you can see how close you are, how close the strings are to one another. Basically, you use that to, whenever you type a command on the command line and it says, did you mean blah blah blah? They pretty much do something like that if you get close enough. Yeah, okay, so I'm guessing nobody uses that. This is not particularly popular on the search engines. But if somebody wants me to support that because they do use it, then I will. But till then, we'll stick with XGG Open, I guess. Alright, so that works. That's pretty good. Okay, so let me see if I can do the log follower, log appender. It would be great if I could just configure another appender that just dumps it onto the screen. Set limit. So counting console. So I just need to extend appender base I logging event. Okay, so where are we at here? Okay. Launcher. All right, so new class. We'll say what should I call this? I guess launcher window appender. Log appender. And what do they do? Extend appender base I logging event. Extend appender base I logging events. It's not accessible. QS logback core to module info. Core. Okay. The hierarchy of the type launcher window log appender is inconsistent. The hell does that mean? I've never seen that before. Appender space. I'm logging event. What the hell does that mean? Java 9 hierarchy of minus inconsistent. Hierarchy of the type class name is inconsistent. Oh, there it is. Now it's better. Weird. Doing a clean build fixed it. Okay. Alright, so append. So how did they do this? So I guess I should override start and just check that there's a layout set. So you have a get layout and set layout there. Source, override implement methods. Are these other ones not overrides? No, they're not. They're just layout, ilog, event, layout. Okay. Let's do private layout or private layout logging event layout. Okay. Private layout logging event layout. Right, source. Generate getters and setters for that. Cool. The type iLogging event may not be accessible to clients due to missing or requires transitive. but it's okay up here. I'm not going to worry about it. We'll just see what happens. Okay, layout. So then in here we just say if this dot layout equals no, turn. All right, and then oh, you can just call, oh, you can call add error. Named name. I guess there's a name here as well. Okay. Add error. No layout set for auger name. Okay, so you have that. And then under append, basically this layout, so call do layout with the event, and then I can just append it. How's that gonna work? I gotta put it somewhere in memory so I can pull it into the I guess I can store it within the appender itself. And then that way I'll have like a maximum limit on it. What if I can do... I wonder if there's like a... like a circular buffer that I can use in Java where I can just keep appending to it, and then once it hits a certain size, it will start removing from the earliest ones. Well, I guess circular buffer is the other way. It'll start back from the beginning, right? I mean, obviously I can do it as an array, but then I have to, or even as a list of strings, but then I have to manage the oldest. I wonder if there... Let's see what Copilot has to say about it. Is there a way in Java to append strings to a buffer that that when the max size of the buffer is met, will continue to append the end, but remove the earliest entry. So I suspect it's kind of a circular buffer, but a circular buffer circles back to 0, and you still have to maintain your pointer correctly. Which I'm kind of hoping I don't need to do, unless there's an implementation of a circular buffer where I can go back in history and I guess it's all, I wonder if it's all a moot point. Because the J text area is there a way to implement a sliding window for the data displayed in a JText area? Yeah, but that's scroll pane, but it's not really what I'm asking. Is there a way to limit a JScroll pane and discard data from a JText area that falls outside the top of the scroll bar, I guess. Document listener to JText areas document. The number of lines exceeds a certain limit. Okay. What are we saying here? You can achieve this by adding a document listener to JText area's document. When the number of lines exceeds a certain limit, you can remove the lines at the top. Limit the text area to 100 lines. Okay, wait a minute. Might be onto something here. I just had to ask the question the right way. It's hard. That's the hardest part, is just trying to figure out how to ask the question in such a way that, you know, it can figure out my stupidity. Remove lines. First line, get an offset. Frame. Huh. I'm doing an invoke later, then call remove lines. Let's see something here. JText area, give it. Given document a model. Documents. Document is a container for text that serves as a model for swing text components. Its goal is to interface to scale from very simple needs to complex needs, an HTML or XML document. Linear sequence of characters, Unicode characters, structure. Insert string, notification, get text, insert string of content. So it says a property with the document removes portion of the content of the document. Render. Huh. I mean, it might be onto something here. I've never had to do this before, even when I was playing in Swing back in the day. So I'm willing to try anything that looks even remotely like it might be a thing. I don't know. Elements. Do I make an element root? So elements. SGML element. This actually has promise. So so 100 lines. Element root text area. Get documents. Default root element. While the root get element count is greater than max lines. First line root get element 0. Remove 0. First line get end offset. I see. So if it exceeds max lines, no matter how many times, no matter how many lines, so if it was like 105 lines, it'll iterate over those first 5 lines and remove them until it's equal to max lines. Just doing that in a loop. I mean, that's a possibility. So doesn't hurt anything to try it out anyway. I still need to put these, I still need to append this somewhere. So I guess the okay, that's a document listener. I guess I can do swing utilities invoke later. Well, no, now I need a reference to the thing. I just need to put this somewhere that makes sense. Yeah, how would I do this? Because I need to append the call. Oh, excuse me. I need a append to call to send that thing to the text area. I need the text area to wake up based on an event. I wonder if I can. man, I would have to pull the appender. Object, but I won't have an object of it because that'll be fired up by log for J. Which means I just gotta put it in. I gotta put it in a shared object somewhere and have it be available. How would I do this? I wonder, logback will create, with the knowledge that logback will manage an instance of my launcher window log appender. What would be some good ways to implement the append method such that my log text area, J text area object in the launcher class can be notified of can display the newly appended log message. FCSC. I don't do political stuff. So while I'm sure that's an important event, I don't have any need to cover that. There's news sites for that. Let's see. Launcher class, you need to set the log text area. To implement the append method in launcher window, log appender class, log text area, JText area object from the launcher class. Log text area object, launcher window, log appender, log text area. You need to have a reference to it from the launcher class. So that is not going to work. Yeah, but see, that's it's not gonna work that way. I don't think it understands that I don't have an instance of the launcher window log appender because it's going to be created by logback. I mean, I could make it static, but I don't really want to mix concerns like that. I guess that's what I'm going to have to do. I guess I'm going to have to put a static have to put a static I guess string in there, but then I have to constantly poll to see if there's new stuff to pull in. I have to think about this one. So I'm not quite sure. Because, yeah, I'll have to do something like, I'll have to have like a polling thing. I wonder, so JText area polling for log messages. What kind of log data? JText area or a thread that doesn't have a swing component in it. Okay. That's kind of what I'm trying to do. Pass an output stream, print stream as a parameter. Thread just writes the output stream. We'll append the output to JText area. The writing a text area should happen. Reference a document called document insert string. Then you need to instantiate a text area. Use the constructor that takes a document as an argument. Oh, that's right. That's right. I could just fire up a document. Just append to the document. And then reference that document. It'll be, so append to a document. It'll be a static document. Yeah, it'll be a static document. I'll just insert directly to it for the append, and then the JText area can just pull the static document from a random reference to the class. Okay, that's more like it. Okay, I gotta take a biology break. I will be right back in 2 minutes, my friends. Hang tight. Okay, I'm back. All right. So, where are we at here? I could do this. That would probably work better. Swing on that thread safe area method call that could affect the swing component should happen in EDT. Evoke later. Yeah. And I can combine that with the other one. Okay. Let's try this. Let's try this. So, private, static, document. Swing document. Okay, so in here we'd say, how did they have any additional logic in here? I don't think they did. Other than looking for the counter. That string layout do layout. Okay. String logging event equals this dot layout dot do layout. Okay. And we'll just say swing utilities dot evoke later runnable and I'll say swing document. Oh, I should make a new document. Anonymous inner type. Oh, I guess plain documents. That sounds good to me. Swing documents. Dot. Insert string. Offset. What would the offset be? Oh, you know what? Maybe it's not insert string. Maybe there's like an append string. Or I guess I gotta get the end to do it, to do an append. Create position. Get length. Insert string. Now set and length. The generated document will indicate what change was actually made. the documents. I guess I could just use get in position. Attribute sets. Okay, so insert string says swing document dot get in position. Logging event, and then I don't know what attribute set would be. Oh, get end position dot get offset. Is that not an int? Oh, unhandled assumption. Okay. Try catch. Just say add error unable to append to end of swing document. Okay. I'll be happy with it just inserting forever right now, and then I can call it down if this works. So I have that. So I need to configure that in logback XML. Launch your window log appender. Okay, so we'll do appender name equals launcher window. Class is memory leak theft. Breeze at launcher window log appender. And then I'll just take this encoder. Pattern layout encoder. And we'll see if that works. I guess, I mean, that's all I probably need to do there. All I need to do now is in launcher here. In JText area, I just say launcher window log appender dot and put a getter on there. Source generate getters and setters. Let's just do a getter for it. Save that. And then over here, get swing documents. Well, let's see if this works or if it crashes horribly. Rolling. Vendor name launcher window not referenced. Skipping further processing. Vendor name launcher window not referenced. Oh, I forgot to refer to it here. Right. Vendor ref is launcher window. I think that's what it meant. Ignoring unknown property encoder. No layout set for log. Oh, it says no layout set for logger. So it got to my logger, but then there was no layout set. Unknown property encoder. So how do I... So how do you configure this thing then? Can be configured like any other appender. It's not helping me. See example. See example configuration. Back examples. Source main resources. Chapters. Appenders. Back examples. Can I see the thing here? Logback, GitHub. There you go. Logback examples. Source main. Appenders. Accounting console appender. Right, and then resources, chapters, appenders, accounting console XML. Okay. Oh, I see. It just takes the layout and then pattern. Layout and then pattern. All right, so So layout. And no class. Okay. So I'll just do that. And let's close this. Run it again. Okay, the log messages aren't going to the console anymore, so it must be happier. Open browser. Did that, but I don't think I'm logging that I've done anything. But I've definitely logged stuff. It's just not. Do I have to trigger like a refresh or something, I wonder? Or, oh, maybe it's not big enough? Because I didn't actually specify any, well, no, it was big enough for the other text, but I guess because I didn't put any text in there, I bet it doesn't know what size to make it. Let's try 425. Is that the thing? What are the new J text area? Rows, columns. Oh, string texts. Rows and columns. Okay. That's why. So, no. 25. 40? Let me log something when I successfully launch the browser. Let's just say logger info browser launched via desktop. Browser launched via XDG open. Alright, save this. Run. Open browser. I will close that. I'm not seeing anything here. So do I have to do something? Insert string, swing, document. I need to do anything there. Weird. I'm just gonna start making a copter. Nice. Yeah, it's going pretty good. Making some progress. Figured some things out from way back in the day, trying to remember how I did things. I wonder, insert string. I wonder if it says, I wonder if there's an error here. No, there's no error. Browser launched via XGD open. Okay. Just don't see that log message. I wonder. Let's see. JText area. Update when document changes. Either need or not. Your document listener. Then the callback methods insert update, remove update, change update of a listener. Insert update, remove update, change update. It's if someone's entering into it, but if I did it do anything? Remove. I wonder if I have to like create an element. So I don't know what attribute set is. I should have unique attributes. Character attributes. Oh, I guess it's just... okay. I think it's kind of assuming like an HTML-like thing. How would I do the... what attribute set I want? Document. So plain document. Map of lines in the text. The element returned by getDefaultRoot is a map of the lines. Each child element represents a line. This model does not maintain any character level attributes, but each line can be tagged with an arbitrary set of attributes. Okay. Default content storage management is okay. Gapped buffer implementation. Answer continues are clustered. Paragraph element insert string. Updates document structure as a result of text insertion. Insert update. That's protected though. That's a protected one, so I can't call that. I assume it's just called when I do insert string. Inserted content causes the right lock to be held while the actual change is taking place, followed by notification to the observers on the thread that grab the right lock. This method is thread safe, although most swing methods are not. Okay. Document insert string. Let's see, also document insert string. So this will cause a document event of type document event type insert to be sent to registered document listeners unless the exception is thrown. Document event will be delivered by calling the insert update method. What change was made to document? Okay. If the document structure change result in insertion of details, what elements were inserted or removed, will be contained in generate document event. It's up to the implementation document to decide how the structure should change in response to insertion. Okay. That's well and good. I mean, it seems like the insert string is doing that for me, but I don't know. I don't know why JText area, document insert string not updated. Dispatch thread. Cleaner append. That's not it. Insert file output. Document listener updating text. Oh, JText area, I like to listen. You paste text in there. Following. Set text. Wonder. JText area. Look at the constructor that takes a document. Model to use or create a default one if null. The text will be displayed null if none. Rows, number of columns. Text area. Mobile interface. Monitor for changes. Adding a text listener for text events. Huh. But it doesn't. I don't have to set visible on it, do I? I would imagine everything's visible by default. Let me see something here. Log messages. Just out of curiosity, because it was visible regardless last time. Yeah, there's log messages there. Open the browser. Does not show up in here. Huh. Weird, okay. I don't know. But hey, we've made progress. This is an interesting thing I'll have to look at. I suspect. I wonder, you know what I can do real fast here? Let's put a breakpoint here and see if invoke later is actually working. I mean, I suspect it is, but I'm not sure. So let's run debug. And past that line. And past that line. Okay, it is here. So what is end position? What is this here? Inspect. 13. Okay. Logging event. Okay, there's a log there. Alright, so run that. Oh, I am getting a bad location exception. Okay. But I wonder why that wasn't showing up in the logs here. Oh, I guess because it's in my appender. So it wouldn't show up in this log because this is a different appender. Okay. Alright, that explains that. So I'm trying to add to the end of the document. It doesn't like that. So how does one... Okay. Okay. That makes a lot of sense. So this is, I'm not doing this right. So how do I do, let's see, swing, document, get length. And can I insert it right at the end? I might have to do length +1 maybe, but let's see if that works. That might have worked. Hey, there we go. There we go. Now we're getting something. What I need to do, I wonder if I can, I wonder how new lines work, or do they work? Let's try something here. I mean, I don't need that message in there right now, but I'm curious to see what happens. So if I put, where are we at here? So I put log messages, and then new line, right? Will that work? The answer is yes. All right, if I open a browser. Okay. Browser launch, actually have it. Cool. Cool. All right. Bam. We're showing log messages now. Sweet. Now all I have to do is put a scroll bar on it and limit it to like 1,000 lines or whatever, so we don't blow out memory. And fucking A. All right. I like it. I like it. We have accomplished our goals for tonight, my friends. Obviously I'll have to wire up the menu stuff too, but not worried about it. Have to wire up the button. Not worried about that right now. Want to get... I'll have to get to a point where I can start launching Jetty, the Jetty application server. I'll have to look through documentation of that and get that launched. We can do that on Monday night. But that will be it for me for tonight. Let's go and commit what I've got here, because I got a lot of stuff hanging around right now. So let's see if I can go do a commit. This should be ignored, and also the logs. So where's our tree here? Yeah, logs should be ignore folder. Source name Java. Blah 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 blah. App. All that is good there. Images. PNG. These are okay. These are images. They can go out there. Awesome. Awesome. All right. And stage changes. We've got release YAML. Okay. Add the rest of these down there. Cool. Okay. Initial launcher, swing app layout, and logging panel. And then I did additional changes to JReleaser to include log back XML and images. More changes needed later. Okay. We'll go with that. One more check here. I think we're good. Go. Whoops. There we go. Rejected. Non-fast. Oh. Is there changes up here that I didn't pull down? Team pull. There were indeed changes I didn't pull. All right. Whoopsie daisy. Commit. Or not commit. Push to head. And yes. There we go. All right, that should now be out there, and it's off my computer. Oh, that's good. It's backed up. Let's see. Over here, I should see changes. I do. We have a pull request as well. Oh, Jetty. 12:010 to 12:011. Okay. We'll do that. We'll get there. But I should now... Initial launcher, swing up, and logging panel. Yep. Okay. Good. Good. It's out there, my friends. I am going to go offline for until 10, probably 10 or 10:30, depending on what's going on. So less than an hour probably, and then I'll be back on with Shin and Gray and hopefully Overlord Cornut. So we'll be doing some multiplayer game, whatever they're up to. I don't know what we'll be doing, but I'll be doing that. And then tomorrow night, I'll just be playing some games. It's a toss-up night, so I don't know what I'll be playing. I think potentially I'll be back in Once Human. I think I'll be back in Once Human tomorrow night. We'll be playing that most likely. So, all that is to say, that is it for me for the moment, my friends. Like I said, I'll be back tonight with friends doing the multiplayers and things like that. Let's see, is anybody... I don't think anybody's live right now, but I'm going to look and see if anyone's here. That is a no. All right. So I'll let you guys go then. And I'll say thank you so much, everyone, for watching. I hope everyone has an excellent morning, afternoon, or evening, depending on what it is for you. And hope to see you back here again in the future for some more stuff, whatever happens to suit your fancy. Until then, see you, bye.
Same old story. Boy finds girl, boy loses girl, girl finds boy. Boy forgets girl, boy remembers girl. And girl dies in a tragic blimp accident over the Orange Bowl on New Year's Day.
Good year.
No, the worst.